Find my clips. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my friend Shelby, if you don't already know her. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know who she is. And she does have her own YouTube channel, so we will link that down below.
Although I don't use it as much as I should.
What do you do?
As much as I want.
Tell the people what you do.
I sing mostly. I might start doing like lifestyle stuff, but I don't have like
Roller skating content?
Roller skating content once I get my roller skates. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Me and Shelby have been friends. How many years? Math.
1, 2, 3, 4. I failed math like 3 times, so
I feel like it's fair to say
because
we got close in middle school, but we've known each other since 1st grade.
yeah.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
So, how many years is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, probably like almost a decade.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyway, so basically we are doing a girl talk video, which essentially just means, you know, questions that maybe people don't normally talk about, period stuff, sex stuff, advice.
Risque.
There's also some wholesome questions in here, so we just asked a couple people to ask us questions on Instagram, and so that's kind of what we're doing. So the first question is, what is your go-to song playlist for doing the dirty? Love you both. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Who?
I get a no. Okay.
Go first.
Song?
Playlist, song, album, artist for your, if you put on music while you're having sex.
Okay, I don't do that. But
You don't do that.
I don't do that. I usually just get straight into it. It's down to business, you know?
You like hearing the old lady upstairs.
I like hearing my neighbors argue.
Really
Fuck, but I honestly would say I wouldn't say any playlist. I'm like my Disney playlist.
Oh my god. You gotta dig a little deeper. Find my clips. Oh my god. That really gave you the truth.
But oh fuck. I'd say, if in all seriousness, maybe something like alternative, like Banks, Lana, even though we canceled Lana. Something like that, a little bit more like chill.
Also, quick disclaimer, her dog is like, she's just a little hyper, so she's just like in her little home. So if you hear like crying or like anything like that, she's screaming. If you're screaming, we don't have a human in a cage. She's just a little stressed and like hyperactive, so she's just chilling. So I just thought I would address that. I don't know. Actually, I have a very good answer for this question. Anyway, she's gonna settle down. Sorry. But anyway, Deftones, always good. FK Twigs, always good.
Oh, Miss Twigs.
Who else? Oh my god, there's someone else. Cigarettes After Sex. I feel like there's someone else in there. Those are really good. Like, kind of like what you said, basically.
Alternative,
just like chill.
slow.
FK Twigs is really good though. That's a really good choice.
I mean, she
feel
is
like.
just all around.
Deftones is also a really good choice. But yours were also really good.
Yeah.
Whatever you're feeling, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's whatever vibe is going on. Like, it could be whatever. Penny. She said, same bitch. Oh. Which holiday or holidays would you erase altogether from calendars if you could?
Like everything. I don't know. I don't really celebrate holidays. So
I'd
for
say
me,
definitely Christmas for me, because I just hate Christmas.
yeah, I feel
I'm
like
the Grinch.
I feel like working in the retail space too, it makes it even harder because it's just like the worst time of the year.
Not just that, but it's the most worst time. Yeah, probably everything too. I think holidays are stupid except for Halloween. That's a super
I like Valentine's
biased
Day,
thing to say.
but like again, like that's preference because I don't know. I think it's cute, but that's also like, I mean, I don't know, like.
And I can get behind Valentine's Day as far as like, I wish it was more geared towards like family and friends, not just significant
Galentine's
others.
Day.
Yeah, like Galentine's Day, or just like, I wish it was just looked at as more of like an all-around love holiday, not just like a romantic or like
Your partner.
couples holiday.
For sure.
I would be down for that.
I mean, yeah, like the only thing we celebrate is like Halloween. So
Yeah, I would say pretty much everything. I don't fuck with, like, fuck Thanksgiving, first of all. Christmas is whatever to me. I mean, the other holidays really just don't matter. I don't know, they're just all stupid.
my next question is, what is a dream of yours you've never said out loud?
That's hard.
That is hard.
Because I usually try to say what I like or what I want out loud to, like, manifest.
Yeah, I agree.
A dream. I really don't know. That's a hard one.
Personally, like, I feel like I don't know, I want to be self-employed. That's like a dream of mine, but I don't feel like there's like a dream I've had that I never like, said out loud.
Yeah.
Like nothing like crazy or like mysterious. I know that's kind of boring, but
Yeah, I probably would say the same thing. Yeah, sorry, that's kind of boring, but I don't know. I just want to be able to live a good life. That's all I want.
that's all I ask for, man, in this crazy world.
Yeah, like with everything going on right now, I just want to be able to like live life,
Yeah.
enjoy my memory, enjoy my time with people, and like make memories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the next one.
Okay. When was the last time you cried? Have you properly resolved that issue? That's rough.
Girl, we're getting deep.
Last time I cried was, I think on Monday, which was 2 days ago, right?
Today's
days
Thursday.
ago?
3 days ago.
And that issue has not resolved and probably won't resolve, so.
Oh my god, what is it?
But-
Tell me off camera.
Yeah. I mean, it's more just like emotional things and things that like it's more of like it takes time to heal from those things, not as like I can resolve it right now. I can do something to resolve it. But I think in all seriousness, crying is super healthy to do if you're trying to heal. I think it's okay to cry like,
It is
every
okay to
day
cry.
if you need to, you know? So,
sure.
yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I'm the worst because I feel like I don't cry as much, but it's not because I'm like embarrassed or anything.
No,
It's
yeah.
just, like, it just I don't. I cried like a couple weeks ago and that issue has not been resolved. Love that for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's real, I don't know, I just feel like it's healthy to cry. I used to be the same way, like, not cry and just, like, hold it in, and then I just have, like, huge breakdowns, like, out of nowhere.
You just
so
like,
it was
explode.
Bad. So it was bad. So I just let myself cry now. I'm like, let's just do it. Just do it.
Oh shit. What's your biggest fear? What about in a relationship? So biggest fear and then biggest fear in a relationship.
My biggest fear overall is getting kidnapped and sold to sex trafficking, because that is such a prevalent thing that's going on right now, and it's so scary. You know, I'm alone like 90% of the time, so probably should have just been saying that on camera, but I mean, there is resources and things like that, but you know, you just never know. That would probably be my biggest fear overall. And in a relationship, I don't know. Probably just wasting time in a relationship, for sure.
You gotta be like super straightforward, open and honest about everything you want, I feel like. Because then that could, I mean, you
could
can't
affect
avoid
you.
wasting your time at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah,
there's some situations.
once it's said and done.
But like, you know, communication's key.
If you can do something about it beforehand, basically, you know, or like maybe finding something out about someone further down the line that they didn't tell you about that they could have told you before. That would obviously be like, oh, well, I've been with you for blah blah blah. Well, that's a waste. Now that I know that, you know.
Yeah.
So
I feel like my biggest fear is people I'm really close to dying. That's so scary. Like, that's so scary.
I
to
don't
about.
think about that.
I don't see it. And Penny. My biggest fear in a relationship. It's hard, and this is coming from like obviously the perspective of like a straight woman, and I can't speak for like any other perspective,
Yeah.
but like dating men can be like cis men, obviously like straight men, not to group everyone into a category, but can be like super challenging because I feel like
Yeah.
they're like a diamond. You find like a diamond in the rough of like someone that's super loyal, kind, respectful, treats you right, like makes time to pleasure you. Like there's just like a lot of facts to consider, and I think my biggest fear is just like, I think kind of like what you said, like wasting
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because like at the end of the day, no one wants to go through something, create, you know, a relationship and a bond with somebody, and then at the end of the day, it's all nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. This is
Going.
awesome.
Do you have an ex-friend you wish you could... Wait, God, I'm sorry, I can't read. Do you have an ex-friend who you wish could be in your life, but they suck?
My answer is yes. I've had two really good friends that have, well, one of them like literally just disappeared off the face of the earth for no reason. And then there's just like someone else that like I've tried to be really close with, and they just like don't reciprocate that. And I don't know, there's not a lot of people, like I've been friends with my friends for a long time, and like that's
Yeah, I feel like that's
like pretty chill.
I feel like the people that have left my life have left my life for a reason, and I don't want them back, even if they... like, shoo! Get away! Like, get away forever! Shoo!
So Penny said leave. But yeah, I don't know, I like having like a small circle.
I think so too.
I don't
it's
know.
also a trust thing too. I feel like, you know, you can have a lot of friends, but it's hard to trust so many people, you know, at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. Do you believe in astrology? Yeah.
I'm not educated enough in astrology, but I do think that it plays a part in our lives for sure. And I think it could be very accurate at times, but I'm not educated enough to be like, yes.
It's not something I like actively look into. I feel like I would want to learn more, but like I don't. But I believe in it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo.
I'm a Pisces. Do you believe in the supernatural, aliens, ghosts, demons? No. Short answer, no. I am a believe it to see it type of person, and I've never personally... Well, aliens, okay. I do think, quote-unquote, aliens, like another life besides us in the universe is obviously, like, a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's very selfish to think that we're the only life form
Mm-hmm.
in the entire universe. As for, like, ghosts, demons, no. I haven't seen anything that would prove otherwise. I'm not asking to see anything, if that's true.
You guys hear me?
Y'all hear me? Don't come at me at night. But yeah, I just like I'm a more believe it to see it type of person. I am not religious, so I feel that kind of plays into it too. I don't know. Personally, I just don't really. It's very interesting learning about those types of things. Like I'm super into like ghost stories and stuff like that. I find it more interesting than like something factual. You know?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
She's thundering.
She's thundering, baby.
I feel like I basically agree with that for the most part. Like aliens for sure.
Yeah.
I think I believe in like ghosts and demons like a little more than you might, but I agree. I feel like believe it to see it. I've experienced like some like things, but like nothing like crazy or like worth like a story time or anything.
I feel like I've experienced things spiritually, but they could also be counted as like coincidences.
Yeah, I agree. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Alright.
She's in it.
How do you and your partner communicate when you aren't on the same page?
Talk about it. Just talk about it. I don't know. It's communication. Just talk about it.
I think yeah, like you have
Just talk
to.
about
I feel like that's. I mean, yeah.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Oh. Yeah. That's so simple.
And scene.
And scene. Thank you, Encore, if you guys want
Yeah,
to
I mean, like, yeah, like, If you
It's
aren't
so
on the same
simple.
page about like core things, like religious beliefs, political
Yes.
stuff,
Oh, especially.
I feel like that is something that, like, for me personally, I feel so strongly about each individual thing that, like, I couldn't, like, I wouldn't
You
want,
wouldn't be
like,
able-
a difference
yeah.
in there, but, like, if
Yeah.
it's, like, a, like,
like music wise.
or, like, a little thing that happened, you just gotta talk about it. And you
I agree
gotta,
completely.
you gotta pick your battles, and, like, not everything is, like, the end of the world or, like, a big deal, and, like,
Yeah, I agree completely.
good question.
Would you follow someone on social media knowing your friend hates?
Like, knowing your, like, would you follow someone that I hated if I had a good enough reason to, like, dislike that person?
Absolutely not.
She said what she said.
Just kidding. She said what she said.
She said what she
Absolutely
said. And she meant what
fucking
she said.
If you were just like, ew, I don't like her makeup.
Okay, I
That's
feel
different.
very strongly about this question. Alright. Just kidding. I don't know. Okay, like, I have acquaintances or people that I know or people that I like mingle with, and then I have like really close friends, right? If my really close friend who I actually
Yeah.
talk to, I actually have a relationship with, etc., like, didn't like someone and like obviously had like a good reason and like whatever, I wouldn't, like, why does it matter? I don't know, like,
Following is also, sorry to like interrupt, but
No,
like
no.
that's such a minimal thing.
it's so silly.
All
Like,
you have to do is unfollow them if it's really that bad, or if it's not that bad, it's just like I follow them.
but
It's
I would
not like
never
I'm-
tell you to unfollow someone like for like
That's
something
what I'm saying.
stupid.
Something stupid. Like I've had people tell me things about some people that are just. I'm not getting into the tea, baby. But it wasn't like prevalent enough for me to unfollow this person or stop talking to them. So I'm like, thank you for telling me that. But until they do something to me directly
I
that
feel like that's super petty.
that affects me, yeah, because. And of course, like, you don't ever know the full story of things.
There's two sides to
There's
every
two sides to every story. But of course, if there's something,
I've had people like message me being like, hey, this person is racist, or
yes,
this person is
yeah,
like
that's definitely
like rapist
Yes.
apologist or like whatever, and
Then
like
yeah.
that's different.
That's
I
completely
believe
different.
I believe that regardless, and like
I agree.
I won't do that, but like, yeah, or if I have someone that I like kind of talk to that like I know, and they're like kind of like what happened to you, like said something, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Also, it's like social media at the end of the day. It's like,
yeah,
it's like
it's
the
not
silliest.
that important.
It's like the silliest thing. I don't know.
I agree.
You think?
Yeah.
And then this is kind of like the same question but reversed. It's would you follow someone on social media knowing their friends hate you?
Yeah, I do it out of pettiness.
Like, okay, like that's like a weird question
I don't
too,
care.
because that's a weird, okay, like
If you hate me, you hate me. Suck my tits.
if like we were friends, right, like on the internet, and we
Yeah.
didn't know each other, whatever, and like your friends hated me,
Like, who cares?
that's kind of weird, right? Like,
I
or
wouldn't-
like, how would I know that? Like, are you telling me that? Like, then why aren't you telling if we are friends, then why aren't you telling your friends to stop talking shit about me to you?
Yeah,
Or
that's
like
true.
weird. That's like a really like messy situation.
Yeah, overall.
Like, I don't, if someone doesn't like me or whatever, like I don't want to know about it, but like if you care enough
I
to
wouldn't.
tell me, then like what? Like why?
Tell me what's on your mind. Why don't you like me? I'll convince you.
Her DMs
otherwise.
are open.
My DMs are
if you're
open.
watching this and you do not like Shelby, her DMs are open.
Let's discuss this because, like, I probably won't convince you.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, share your favorite trip you've gone on, another state, country,
Or maybe just
maybe
food.
just
The
food.
food that we just ate.
The food that we just ate was
She was delish. Vegan chicken sandwich with fries and vegan mac.
spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy buffalo. With
It's
spicy
so
ranch.
good. So Radish. Shout out to So Radish. It's so good. It's Old Town Arvada if you live in Colorado. So good. And like the best mac and cheese, the best vegan mac and cheese I've ever had.
What trip you've been on? I don't go on a lot of trips either.
But yeah, that's hard.
She's like, that's my favorite trip. I feel like my favorite trip I've been on is, or I mean, oh my god, I'm so stupid. I was just gonna say I've never been out of the country, so I can't vouch for that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I've never been out of the country like on a vacation. Or like I was a baby. But probably California, since I
Same.
always go out there. I can't say. She doesn't want me to talk.
She says, shut the
I think it would, just because it's the most recent one, the trip that I took to California with my mom was really nice, because usually when I go out there I'm like go go go, like from one thing to another, and it was kind of nice to just like go to the beach for a little while and go get something to eat and kind of just chill and like enjoy things a little bit more than just like go 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 go. I love doing that too, but yeah, we got to try like a really good vegan food and just like chill, you know? It was like more slow paced.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I'd probably say California too, just because, like, again, like, we go there a lot.
Yeah, so frequently.
That's always a good trip, like horror nights, stuff like that. I did go on a trip to Illinois recently because his family lives out there for his dad's wedding, and that was so much fun. Like, I can't even describe. His whole family is super sweet, and the wedding was really fun, and I
Weddings
got
are always fun.
shit-faced. Like every day that entire week. Not shit faced, but like champagne drunk, where you're just like,
you're just like chilling.
you're just chilling. And so that was like really, really fun. And so I keep touching my hair. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on. If you could have any job in the world and didn't have to worry about money, what would you do / be?
And for quarantine, I used to like, I'm like, I just want to stay at home and do nothing. But like after quarantine, I'm like, oh my god, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Yeah, I'd probably do something with dogs. Like just like a doggy daycare. I'd still pick up shit. I just don't want to. I just don't want to do math. Just don't make me do math.
Wouldn't you want to be a singer too?
Well, yeah, but that's like, I don't have
She said anything in the world.
At that point, you wouldn't have to worry like thinking about money wise.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because like if you're a singer, for the most part, if you are professionally and like out there,
you can make
or if you're like big, but like yeah, that too. I guess that's true. I guess when I think about that, I think more like big star, like you know, money,
like Nicki Minaj.
like Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
Nicki Minaj.
We always talk about Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky.
It'd be that boom, 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 boom.
She got that super. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that I'm like all over the place. Probably something in like horror, maybe owning my own like horror like t-shirt, something or another, or like owning. I would like honestly like love to own a tattoo studio and just like run it. I don't know, like, or like have like merch, or like that has like a big skate park in the center of the tattoo shop. I know it's super weird, but like that's something I think
That'd be
about a
cool.
lot. I don't know, just like an entrepreneur.
Just something like
whoopsies, we're playing footsies.
Oopsies, we're playing footsies. Yeah,
Let's turn
that
into
would
a
be-
different kind of.
We're getting into it. We're getting into those questions. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Now, these are the pure questions.
Yeah,
right
these
now.
are the pure.
We're
gonna
This
go.
is gonna be a roller coaster.
Well, you gotta go up first and then.
I'm gonna go on a couple loops and then go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
There's so
that's-
much I want to do.
What's something you've done that you are very proud of?
Oh,
Get out
no.
of my recent relationship. I'm proud.
Insert something. I don't know.
Boom, 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 bass. Can't you?
We have a hidden talent. We can sing super bass on command.
This
We-
one of the boys with the
If she was-
top down AC with a cooling system when they come up in the club, be blazing up. That stacks on deck like a view.
Yeah, you really? You might gonna do it?
He pop bones in the air, right kind of bit. You know, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly coke. Yeah, motherfucker, drip, drip, so on the ship.
He's on the lip, but that's the kind of dude I was looking for.
And yes, you get slapped if you look at how I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean,
You
blow
know
my
my
mind
mind
like Pelican Fly. I mean, you're so shy and love me tight. Like, look at the guy, look on his eye. Oh, yes, I did. Somebody please tell me who the F I is. I think I'm not to rev the dudes up. Back coops up and chuck the deuce up, baby.
Boy, you Oh my god, it's a talent. Some people just don't have it.
Some
like
people
that.
don't. I feel sorry for you.
What's something you've done that you're proud of and that we started seeing super face? Oh no.
Well, I answered it.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
like a big like jump and a big.
and just this whole year, just going through every
Yeah.
fucking thing. Proud of myself for not like.
I'm proud of
Going.
myself for getting out of my last relationship.
Yeah.
And into a really good one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's a lot of things that I've done that I feel like I'm pretty proud of.
Mm-hmm.
proud of like becoming a makeup artist. That's kind of cool.
Yay.
I don't know, yeah. Growth, baby.
Growth.
Growth.
Proud of growing.
Do you believe in soulmates, romantic, or blah 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 blah? You get me? Do you believe in? Do you believe in soulmates, romantic, or platonic, or both? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like not to like an extent. I don't know, like what is something that you wished more people knew about you?
Ooh.
I feel like I can't answer that for myself. Like I'm not gonna be like, what is something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of hard because it's like I'm like halfway a private person. I don't want everybody to know my shit, you know?
I agree with that.
So it's not like I want everyone to know anything other than what I put out.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
You
I
know?
feel like whatever I share, I
Yeah.
want people to like know.
To know, and anything other than
I don't
that.
like, yeah, I'm not really like sentimental or like I don't like to like share. I don't know. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah. Just
It's just
whatever I
like-
share is what I want you to know, and whatever
When I don't
don't,
share, you shouldn't be knowing.
don't be nosy. Just kidding, you can be nosy, that's fine.
Your DMs are open still.
DMs are open.
This one.
Sexual preferences. Are you only... Wait.
Are you
only into your partner? What would you have?
Would you have a threesome?
God
with your
damn, I
partner?
can't read.
It's okay. It depends on the relationship. Like I know a ton of people that are in open relationships.
I just came across 3 people that were hot and they're like, let's fuck. I'd be like, okay, and never see them again. Because I get attached to people too easily. Like,
I think like for fun, if you're
yeah, for fun.
like personally, again, I know so many people that are in an open relationship or they have multiple
Yeah, if it
partners.
works, it works.
And that's totally cool for sure.
But personally, I would
Yeah.
have to agree. Like, yeah.
Yeah. One thing you've learned from each past relationship that you've used for new ones.
Not settling, communication, like early on. And just like to know yourself and what you want. I guess that kind of plays into the settling thing. So,
Relationship failed. You kind of learn more about yourself and like what you want, what you don't want, and you kind of just grow and then like realize like your worth and like
yeah, I agree completely. 100%.
Do you have friends with OnlyFans content creators? Do you subscribe/share? I know people like mutuals and stuff on Twitter, and like if they're promoting their stuff, usually I like retweet it. But I don't have any close friends that like do it, but I think it's awesome. So
Yeah, I don't have any close friends that do it, but if I did, I would definitely support them 100% and like retweet. And I don't know if I'd subscribe per se, but I'd throw some money out there. I just like Venmo. You go, bitch. You do your thing. I don't think I'd subscribe.
yeah,
I don't know.
Do you watch porn, free sites, or pay to view? I don't really watch porn.
I don't watch porn either. I feel like it's always so
So-
male driven, like for males.
I know that there's cam sites and female pornographic site, like not female, like porn sites that are like more directed to like the female experience and like female pleasure and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really.
It's too synthetic for me. Like it's too fake. I don't know. I just can't. I don't.
We're going to go get drinks,
Drinkities,
little
Drinky
teas.
winkities.
So, random change of location. We are in a parking lot, so I don't know how this is gonna end, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, we're gonna answer more questions.
Okay.
Are you into BDSM or more vanilla? Nothing wrong with vanilla.
Oh, so they say nothing wrong with vanilla. God.
We were talking about this earlier actually, and I feel like I understand like everything, like the whole like realm of whatever you're into, whatever. That sounded stupid. I totally understand that like
That's so.
I totally understand, like, whatever you're into, like, that's your thing. I think for me, personally, some of it is, like, a little triggering to, like, past experiences. So it's not necessarily my thing. I do like, you know, everyone, not everyone, I can't speak for everyone, but, like, I like getting
Majority.
my hair pulled, I like being choked a little.
Yeah,
Like, I
agree.
like a little, like, I like dominance, but I don't think I'd go as far as to say, like, BDSM.
You like the other person to be dominant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I pretty much agree with that. I wouldn't say I practice BDSM, obviously. I don't necessarily practice it. But like I wouldn't be opposed to trying some things. I feel like there's always boundaries that I need to set, like you said, because of like past experiences and things like that that I wouldn't like. But overall, I feel like I'm pretty open to trying most things.
Yeah.
Most things. I'm not saying that I want to be like hung by my, you know, by my hair, like a cow in a meat factory. Yeah, like I'm cool with like the hair pulling, the choking. I mean,
And there is nothing wrong with like being vanilla either.
yeah, I feel like that's something that people shouldn't be like ashamed of, for one, or people shouldn't be ashamed of either or. If you're more into BDSM,
Excuse me, sir. We're trying to film a YouTube video.
oh, he said, I feel like people shouldn't be shamed for either or. So I know there's a lot of shaming for BDSM and being quote unquote vanilla. So there's shaming on both ends, but I feel like whatever you're into, and like, who the fuck cares? Like,
It's your sexual
why are you,
experience.
yeah, like it's you're the one having sex, not other people. So,
And that's on
and that's that on that.
I feel like we keep saying that.
And that's on period.
And that's on period. Alright, next question. Do you have any fetishes? Are there any fetishes you have are there any fetishes you have that are hard nose for you? Are there any fetishes you have that are hard nose for you? Are there any fetishes you have that are hard nose? I don't know. I guess that makes sense. Are there any fetishes you
You're
have?
confusing me.
Because it's like, are there any fetishes, like a fetish that
Is
I
there
have?
any fetish?
Fetish-
God.
Is there any fetish that I have that is a hard no for me? Well, if it would be a hard no, then it wouldn't be a fetish I have, right?
Or is there any fetish, like maybe if someone has a fetish that you are just like, you know? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't shame anyone's fetish as
Yeah.
long as it's, you know, not pedophilia, it's not racist,
That's not a
it's not
fetish,
like
though.
discriminatory. I know, but like I just want to be very
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's not like, you know, super objective or like racist, like I said, anything
I
like
agree,
that.
100%.
But like, yeah, like you're allowed to like have your own kinks and
I
quirks
agree.
and fetishes. So there's nothing that I would be like, oh my god, that's fucking gross. Like, I mean, obviously there's things that like I like personally not into, like any form of like ass eating. Like that's just not something that I'm into.
That ass is not getting ate tonight, baby.
It's not your yay. You know what I mean? And yeah, what about you?
I would say the same about that first part. Anything that I would be like super opposed to would be like that, like racism, like race play is something I would be like. But everything else, like I said, I don't shame people for like certain types of like kinks or fetishes that they have. Personally, I'm really into people's hands. But I don't know if that's a fetish. Like, is that the same as like feet? I mean, I don't get off on hands, but like if I see somebody's hand, I'm like, God damn, that's fucking hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could classify it.
You learn something new every day.
What's something you've never tried but you would like to?
In general or
I
sexual?
don't know. I'm assuming she means more like sexual, but like
Something I've never tried but I want to.
we're just getting real. We're getting real up in this Honda.
We getting real up in this Honda. Fuck, I don't know. That's so hard. That's what she said.
There's a lot of things like outside of like
Yeah.
anything sexual too that like I haven't. I mean, like I want to travel everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
There's a ton of things, but
That's hard to answer all around, I feel. In general, I would like to roller skate, which is what I'm trying to do.
oh my god, that's a way better answer.
But
Then mine.
sex while roller skating, hey baby, I'll be up on it.
Oh my god, have you seen that Parks and Rec episode where Ben has a fetish of Leslie wearing ice skates?
No.
And she's in her ice skates and he's like,
can I roller skate and get fucked?
and then she,
Like-
and then I think they were like, I forget like the exact story, but like they were going to a party and he's like, babe, you still have your skates on. She's like, I know. It's the best. I want to learn how to drum super bad.
Yes.
That's like the best answer. You like totally like, I want to drum. I want to learn how to drum. Oh, she just said that? Oh.
Oh my god, what was that? That wasn't a dog. by the way.
That was a big truck.
That was a big truck making a baby noise.
All right. New person. How to build a healthy,
Healthy?
how to build a healthy, long-lasting relationship while still having trauma from past on. That's a very good fucking question. I think for me personally, I would say the best thing to do is you have to, I know it sounds like super, it sounds like really naive, but you kind of have to just know that this is a new person, a new experience, and you can't carry your past onto this person, especially if they haven't given you a reason to not trust them or think anything, or there's no red flags. I think you have to give them that because it's just a new person trying to, like, you know, essentially be there for you.
Yeah.
Obviously keep your guard up, keep an eye out for red flags, but I think like it's not fair to like put that on another person. You can like let them know what happened to you in the past and kind of share that, but it's not fair to like, you know, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not fair to put that past trauma onto. And I do have to say also, kind of piggybacking off of that,
I feel like you're gonna have a better answer than I am.
But it depends on the type of trauma, I feel too, because if you're still trying to work through that trauma, that's hard. If you're trying to get into a new relationship, if you're not over that trauma and if you're putting it on that person, like you said, I don't think it's a time to build a relationship.
For sure, you gotta let yourself like heal.
Yeah. That being said though, you know, sometimes that does happen where, you know, you can bring that past trauma into a new relationship, but you kind of have to like look back and, like you said, see that you are in a new relationship with a new person and just be like,
oh my god, can you see? Sir, this is a Chili's.
hi, welcome to Chili's.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to grow yourself before you get into another relationship, and then from there I think it kind of goes back to communication.
All right, how do you keep inspiration going when you feel like you have makeup block?
That's more of a you question. I can't answer that.
I don't know. I honestly follow a lot of people that like actually like inspire me. Like when I follow makeup people, I like they literally actually I see their makeup and I'm like, holy crap, and then like I'll save it and then I'll like recreate some looks and obviously tag them and stuff like that. But right now I honestly haven't. I feel like I've been like the most inspired I've ever been right now, mostly just from like movies and like music and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, just follow people that like.
I can't speak too much on that because I don't really do like, I just do makeup when I feel like I want to. And I don't do like super like creative looks, you know what I mean? So I feel like I can't really properly answer that, but yeah.
Someone said choking or getting your hair pulled or both.
Both at the same time. One hand on the braid, one hand on the neck, baby. Yeehaw.
Any interesting bedroom fantasies? What's your fantasy?
What's your fantasy? I wanna lick you from your head to your
Carpool
toe.
karaoke.
Get a man to make me come. And that's tea.
That is literally.
And that's on period. Man or a woman?
That's literally the most perfect answer. Like, what's your favorite place to go?
Disneyland.
I don't know. Like I go to California a lot, so I'm like trying to travel elsewhere. Obviously, right now, COVID kind of put a little dent in that. I love going to Halloween Horror Nights every year. I think it's super fun.
I miss Halloween.
favorite YouTubes. Do you have a favorite tattoo, or what's a piece you're thinking of getting next? What's your favorite tattoo?
I'll have to say my death moth right here. My death moth, like dagger thing. That's my favorite.
That's so funny. Mine's in the same spot.
Really?
Mine's my Evil Dead tattoo. It's Bruce Campbell as a zombie from Evil Dead 2, and it's fucking sweet.
I know. I was like,
It's my favorite. Like, it is like literally my favorite, and next to like my pumpkin. But like, yeah, this is like, I love it. I'm getting my whole arm done. That's my next tattoo. Literally, depending on like quarantine and like COVID and stuff, the plan is like the beginning of August. So I'm supposed to go in for my first session on my other arm.
ooh, August.
August. July 20th is like the placement. The day I go in for like the placement.
Is he doing it all at once?
We're going like we're gonna like do it and shade it in and stuff like that.
Sorry.
But I'm only sitting. I have 2
Oh.
sessions booked for 4 hours each right now, but it's gonna take longer, so I'll have to book more.
Oh, okay.
Because it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be as traditional as this arm where it's like PC. It's gonna be like
more of a unison.
Yunasan.
Yunasan.
Yunasan. Do you have plans
Yeah,
for
that's
another
cool.
tattoo?
Yeah, I need to finish this arm. I think my next one is just gonna be like, my next couple are just gonna be fillers. So, I don't know. We're trying to think of like placements and
Like what to
ideas
do?
and stuff like that. So, that's the next move, but I just don't know exactly.
Good to know. Is squirting real?
Yeah, but like, what do you mean by real? I don't know what that means.
Like, is it a real thing? Like, do you feel like it actually happens? Or do you think it's just like,
It's pee. So yeah, you're squirting pee. I guess. Right?
I thought there was someone.
Somebody's like,
I know. How was your first time?
awful. Absolutely awful. I feel like that's everyone's first time.
I feel like I have a very, like generic, like it was awkward, it was weird, it wasn't the best. It was like,
it was trash.
nothing romantic. How do y'all unwind, relax? I'm always super anxious. Give me self-care tips. I do smoke weed. It is legal here in Colorado, so I think that helps for sure, like 100%. Taking deep breaths, staying off social media when you're stressed.
I agree. Something that I like to do is just take a minute to like sit with yourself and do the breathing exercises. I know that sounds like super cliche or whatever, but it helps me because I have really bad anxiety. I'll just kind of like go off by myself and count my breaths to myself. And then I feel like, I mean, I smoke, but I don't do it out of, to relax myself. It's more just like to go to sleep. But I'd say just like breaths, essential oils seem to help me.
I like incense too. Like I light an incense and it's nice.
Yeah, and I think just like taking care of yourself also gives you that sense, like,
Walking.
yeah.
I also like
Coloring.
reading, coloring, anything like artistic too, where you're like not really on your phone or anything, or you're not just sitting there. You're like, mind just kind of occupied.
Yeah, I agree. As long, I feel like when I distract myself, it seems to be a little bit more.
This is like a really good question. I'm in a relationship with my first serious boyfriend. How can I avoid feeling like I'm stuck for life?
Ooh,
That's like such a good question.
that's a really good one. I think if you're already thinking that, maybe that's not a good sign.
I think where she's coming from is more like, this is the first time I've had a boyfriend, and I feel like if something bad happens or I don't like something, I can't leave because I feel like I'm not gonna get anyone else, or I'm not gonna.
That's exactly how I felt in my last relationship. If you're not happy, you need to get out. Or if you feel like you deserve better, get out. You will always find, there is always, and even if you don't see it right away, I feel like you need to do what's good for you. And if you feel like you're not getting 100% from your partner, if you don't feel happy in your relationship, even in any aspect, you need to either communicate to them, you know, what's going on. Not to say that there is relationship issues, but basically if there's a point where you feel like you're not happy, or if you feel you deserve better, then get out, even if you feel like
If you feel stuck.
Yeah, if
in
you
any
feel
sort of
stuck,
like
you
you'll
need to
never
get out.
feel that way when
with
you're like
when you're
through
with
it.
someone that you genuinely see yourself like soulmate. Yeah.
How did you two become so close?
The Pinnacle
Well,
Charter
we're actually
School.
not close. Just-
Get out of my fucking cars.
you can walk home.
You can
bitches.
walk home. I think it was more towards middle school when we started like going to concerts. I mean, we didn't really go to concerts.
We just went to school together.
Yeah.
And we were in the
there's-
same friend group.
Yeah.
And
And then it just kind of
Oh my god, we finished each other's.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, and I feel like we got a lot closer after high school too.
Yeah.
We just have like similar interests and
We just stayed.
similar
just
mindset,
stayed.
I feel too. Like, yeah. So,
Yeah. Love you both. What's your favorite thing to do while in Cali?
oh, love you too. My favorite thing to do, I think, besides Disneyland, of course, because like no brainer, but eat all the delicious vegan food, go to Veggie Grill and get a big old thing of ranch.
Veggie Grill, Monty's
And
Good
seeing
Burger.
friends. Monty's.
They have
And
really
seeing-
good thrifting out there too.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. I'm gonna have to see
Like
for myself.
really fucking good.
I haven't gone thrifting out there, but also seeing my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all the events, especially around like, in
Yeah.
October, LA's Haunted Hayride. Again. But yeah, I'd say like Disneyland for sure. Like that show. Which oh, we already answered that. Anal pro or no?
For myself, no. But I appreciate.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
What are some things a guy could do that would turn you off in bed? There's like 1,000 things a man could do.
Yeah.
A man could breathe the wrong way at me.
A man could literally blink the wrong way and I'd be like,
I mean, just like anything you're not comfortable
Yeah.
with. Like, literally.
Yeah,
like,
anything. There's
or
no-
like if they like say something that's like kind
Yeah.
of weird, you're like,
Mhm.
what? Like, what did you just say? I don't know. There's, baby, that's a whole video.
Yeah, that's very.
How do you keep this spark alive in your intimate relationship with your partner? You just gotta, you know, be there for them. Like, never stop doing things for like your significant other. Never stop showing you like you care. It's really like I don't like when I read this. Actually, I was like kind of hard to think about because like it's something that like I literally don't think about.
Yeah.
Because we just like literally make each other like happy and like. One thing for me, like he's bought me flowers every day since, not every day, he's gotten me flowers since we first started dating, and every time they die he gets me new flowers. And he's
Dude.
never stopped. Like that's so sweet. But like little things like that.
Yeah.
But like it's nothing like you have to like be like a chore. Like you wouldn't think of it as like a chore.
And I feel the same way. And what was the question again? I'm sorry.
How do you keep the spark alive?
I feel like if you're in a relationship that is truly a good relationship, I feel like you don't need to do certain things to quote unquote keep the spark alive. I feel like it's real natural.
That's
You
like
know what I
yeah,
mean?
like literally like
I agree with what you said. There shouldn't be any like trying. I mean, in some relationships, I'm sure that's something if you need to work on something.
you just gotta know like your partner's love language and like for me like I'm dating a Leo, I'm a Leo, and I attention, like attention and love and doing things,
Attention!
acts of service and like stuff like that. But yeah, I agree. How would you handle working with someone you didn't like? I mean, you just work with them. You just gotta be professional, you know. That's all you can do. I work with 2 other coworkers technically, and I like them both, and so I have it pretty easy. But like, yeah, I don't know.
I agree. I think keeping things professional is probably the best bet for you and the other person.
Ooh.
If it gets any worse than that, then maybe quit.
Would you guys ever date someone who has a different aesthetic interest than you? If not, why?
I don't know. Okay, so that's hard for me because I've been in relationships where the other person doesn't have the same like, maybe not aesthetic, maybe that's different than
Like interest.
No,
They don't have the same interest or
No.
aesthetic.
I don't think so. It's hard.
It's really hard.
But that depends on the person too.
It depends on the person. Some people it's like, oh, opposites attract.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I mean, I dated people that didn't have the same thing, and
It's
like
hard.
it's different. But like,
Yeah.
like I think for me, it's like really perfect balance because we have like the same aesthetic or like the same interest.
Yeah, but there's
there's things like I'll give you an example, right? Like he likes. You know, he's really into wrestling and sci-fi, right? Like, I'm not, like, super into wrestling. I'm not super into sci-fi movies. You know what I mean? Or, like, for example, like, I love Motionless in White. He's like, yeah, they're good, but, like, I'm not, like, into them.
Yeah, which
but
is
we,
fine.
like, are, like, our interests interloop.
Yeah,
and stuff
I
like that.
agree.
But it's kind of nice because then it gets you into new things, like watching wrestling and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of fun. But, like...
But I think if it's too far off to where you guys don't have, like, maybe
Anything?
one thing in common, one similar interest.
I mean,
like-
whatever happens would happen. I wouldn't be like, no, you don't have, like, the same
Well,
vibe.
I wouldn't just deny someone if they didn't have similar interests, but I think that goes into like the relationship is like, what do you guys do together then? What do you talk about?
I think
don't
it's
know.
super
important.
amazing to have like similar interests and stuff.
I agree.
I love you both. What are your biggest turn-ons? Just being respected. Just being fucking respected.
My biggest turn on is just
And just like
someone that respects me, my family, my interests, my goals in life. I feel like
like someone that supports you.
just someone that supports you, someone that continues to show love to you, and
Someone that like always uplifts you.
Yeah.
I really like just like being reminded like, oh, you look beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
That was it. That was all the questions. I feel like this video is still gonna be super long, like 40 minutes. But it's okay.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. You guys really got to know us. But I don't think there's anything wrong about women talking about sex and like their sexual preferences and what they do, and like they shouldn't be like shamed for those things. You know? It should be discussed.
I
Like we
agree. I
have to
don't-
have it like we're directing this video to like girls, but like I mean anyone, like guys, girls, non-binary friends, stuff like that.
Anyone.
Anyone.
Just anyone.
Just anyone. But yeah, I hope
Yeah.
you guys got something out of this. If you sent a question, thank you for sending a question. Yay. But yeah, if you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe down below if you guys want to see more content. If you want to see her face, I'll leave her channel and Instagram down below if you're not already following her. And if you like this video and you want us to make more videos together, maybe a series,
Maybe a series about literally fucking anything.
yeah.
Because I'm down to talk about anything. Like I
Yeah.
said, DMs are open.
So,
If you want to conversate.
all right, well, yeah, thank you guys so much. Till next time, stay groovy. Bye.